There's more and more people are choosing to get pets instead of having children.
I spoke with Dr. Dean Bkloff, a licensed professional counselor, to learn more about this new trend and what's behind it.
It's a percentage. It's smaller. You know, it's like, I think about 16–17% who are not wanting, but it's higher than it used to be. My kids are in their early 30s, and they have 6 children between the two of them. So there are people who are opting to have children. However, you know, we know the research is growing, and there could be a number of different reasons. As I said, contraception, also waiting too long, and then they can't have children. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, we have a lot of stressors in our society, and I think there's a lot of people that just don't want to bring kids into it, which is on some level understandable. However, we still have a ton of people that want to have children. I do think that for the most part, people don't want as many. I have a lot of people in my practice that have 1 child or maybe 2. So we're seeing fewer children. And I think that's been a little bit of a concern for our country because we've seen population growth declining.
Right. And you know, there is this book that says, it says that today's culture is making it harder to raise kids. So what do you think? What's your take on that?
Well, I think that's true. I think young people in particular, look at how the cost, I hate to say this, but the cost of a pet and the cost of a child is considerably different. So some people are actually reflecting on cost, I think. Other folks, as I said, probably have this feeling that, should I bring them into this world? It seems pretty hard. And we also know that with the pandemic came things like depression, high anxiety. We're seeing that across the board. I think that some of those emotional impacts have also been a part of the picture as well.
You mentioned before there that it's concerning that the world population is declining. So do you think maybe, or what do you think the answer to this should be?
Right now, I'm not sure this is a great concern. It's something to be noted. I think we're seeing a higher percentage, but we still have, as I said, around 70 to 80%, maybe higher, of folks who are in these age ranges that do want children. And so I think it's something to note, something to be aware of. Certainly, if it continues to be a trend and more people are opting not to have children, we're going to probably have to study it a little bit more. But right now, I think my personal opinion is let people be people, let them make these decisions. Obviously, I don't believe that we need to get in the middle of it in terms of government or anyone else, but noting it, understanding the trend, and then, you know, if it does become problematic, that might be something to move in with higher education, greater education about it. But right now, we still have a ton of people who are having kids, which is a good thing too.